I came in as a commercial guy. My background is operations and ran my own business, but nothing really prepares you for running or being a GM in this world, because there's so many different things that you have to do.
It's a multifaceted role, right? So it's focused on growing the business, but more importantly, it's growing and developing our colleagues to support the business growth.
I think that my team responsibility is to change the management mode from the leader-follower to leader and leader.
Growing the business and sustaining the business, that's the price of admission. For me, it's all about the colleagues, right? The frontline colleagues, and it's really around three different things. It's purpose, it's passion, and it's pride, right? How do we give each colleague the purpose, the passion, and the pride to do what we do every day?
Culture is something that stands out to our colleagues, and coming from the organization I came from, it just stood out to be so different to what was the norm in the industry. And it's about keeping that alive. Having a strong culture is crucial to our success for many reasons. One is it's just extremely important to stay engaged with our frontline colleagues. Two, it's extremely important to do what you say you're going to do, right? Three, be authentic at all times. And really the biggest reason is that's what separates us from our competition. The minute we lose the culture, we become our competition.
The values and beliefs are the bedrock of our organization, and it's our business compass. And it's what attracts our colleagues to our organization, and it's what attracts actually customers to our organization as well.
You know, culture is everything. I often say it's our secret sauce here at the CTC. Without it, we become just like every other company out there. It's what attracts talent, it's what retains top talent, and it truly serves as our business compass to be able to guide our decision making at the CTC.
The biggest challenge I have as a general manager sustaining our culture and actually improving the culture is growth, right? As we get more colleagues, that's more colleagues to get in front of, it's more colleagues to communicate with on a daily basis.
The common comment that I get as a GM is, we're changing, the culture is changing. And I ask why, and they say, well, because Convergint is growing and we're no longer that small family-based company.
The biggest challenge is vision that, we have the new generation of our colleagues who were born after 90s or 00s. Yeah, it is difficult for them to fit into our company's culture quickly.
We are in a market now where it's extremely competitive for our colleagues. It's an employees market right now. When we lose colleagues, trying to bring new colleagues in, they love the culture, but they don't always get it day one.
If you don't have a leadership team 100% bought into growing and fostering your culture, the culture is not going to grow. It's going to dissipate, right? And then what's going to happen to your CTC in that market? Because you're going to be no different than the competition.
I think hiring is a challenge right now because we don't get the ability to be really picky in terms of, they either have a skill set or they have a culture. It's very rare that individuals will have both.
When we hire colleagues, the most important thing we could look for is cultural alignment.
To me, it's paramount that as part of the interview process, we're specifically looking at the cultural fit with our colleague.
We can teach them Linnell or we can teach them Genetech. That's not the challenge. So we know, right? We know where some of the organizations that have good culture and what don't. So when we look to hire, we're looking to the marketplace where we think people are more culturally aligned.
How do we identify it? We do panel interviews, right? That's the first step. So it's not a one-man decision.
So it's nearly impossible to evaluate in one meeting whether someone is going to be a great cultural fit. And so we like to interview in a team environment, multiple interviews, but ensuring that the folks that are interviewing understand the scope of the role that individual is going to fill.
It's not just about HR and the operational department. We get other parts of the business to interview these colleagues. So somebody might see something that we don't. So we're very keen on having 2, 3, 4 layers, not cumbersome interviewing, but just culturally interviewing.
Without having a cultural fit, it doesn't work for us, even if they just have the technical skills that we need. It's truly what differentiates us from any of our competitors.
So is culture a slogan or a reality? It's 100% a reality, but it's dependent on the leadership team. Are you engaging your frontline colleagues? Are you developing and growing your frontline colleagues and your middle management team? Are you spending the time and effort on your senior leadership in the CTC to ensure that they're gaining the leadership skills needed to foster and continue to grow your culture? So 100% real, but 100% effort needs to take place as well.
If I was going to give a new general manager some advice, it all starts with our colleagues. It's enabling our colleagues to do a great job. It's empowering our colleagues to do a great job with our customers. And then it's inspiring our colleagues.
As a new GM coming into Convergint, it's easy to get overwhelmed with the business and you lose sight of the people. Again, we are in the people business.
For me, it's three things. It's empowering, it's enabling, and then lastly, encouraging, right? So empower them and enable them to do the job. And then lastly, encourage them. That's the encourage part is Convergint, right? That's what separates us from our competitors.
So early on, I got into a discipline of simply picking up the phone and making sure I make at least one phone call a day to a frontline colleague.
There isn't a day that doesn't go by that I'm talking with colleagues, whether it's on the phone or in person, and we're talking about what can we do better for our customers. And then it's also interjecting fun and laughter on a daily basis.
The one bit of advice I would say is listen to your colleagues. Listen to the people around you and let them lead you. Don't lead them. You have to guide them and support them, but don't dictate. Listen to your colleagues because they will help you on the journey of being the general manager in the business.
There are a lot of companies that have a mission statement or a vision statement that hangs on a wall, and it changes every couple of years as the leadership team changes. And the fact that our values and beliefs have remained unchanged for nearly 20 years, 21 years, and we're true to it, and we practice our values and beliefs on a daily basis. And you could talk to any colleague within Florida, within Convergint Nation, and they would say the same thing, that it's an unbelievable, unparalleled culture.
Kelly Shanks said something at Nation this year which has stuck with me. It's stuck in my presentations to my colleagues here in Dublin, and that is we are culture keepers. It's our job to keep the culture in Convergint. And when every SMT we go into, we always talk about keeping the culture. And that's something that I thank Kelly for bringing to the table. But that's what we're here to do, right? We're here to guide and lead our business and our colleagues. Look for people to come on that journey with us.